Hello, everyone. I was a little confused why Christmas music started showing up. Oh dear, that was odd. I so funny thing. My music. I've been listening to a lot of Big Giant Circles, but apparently it's on random, and there was a Christmas album. I don't have these controls. Anyway, hello to everyone out there. My name is Duck. With me is Eria. I think you're. Yeah, I think I do have you live.
Okay, good. Because for some reason my stream is just like on the little loading circle.
Uh-oh. That's
And that's why
weird.
I'm just kind of sitting here being like, wonder when Duck's gonna start the stream. Cause
The name's stuck. Homestuck. Okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, okay. Is everyone okay? It's all
Oh,
good out there, and that's all that matters.
all that matters. Okay, sure. I can cheat Discord and maybe it'll let me actually like I'll just crypt note this on Discord then. Okay.
Sure. And
Sure, why not? Maybe it'll decide it's gonna start working later. I don't know.
who knows? But so this is all brand new. I think this is the first time we've ever actually done more than one camera on a stream. I'm just glad that everything's held together.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm glad it looks good on y'all's end.
Yeah.
Like that's all that matters. It's like the one that looks good for you. That's great, perfect. I'll just probably be looking off to the left from time to time
Yeah.
so I can actually see where Deck is at on Homestuck.
So, we're
Oh,
going to. Oh,
I
uh,
just I turned it off and turned it back on again, and now it works.
that's it's amazing how much that solves almost every single problem.
Right.
So, here we are again for the semi first time. Um, I honestly don't remember where it was that I left off reading. It was somewhere in the 4000s. I couldn't really tell you, but I'm so ready to get started. And I'm sure everyone else out there is too. I cannot read the chat. I'll tell you that right now. I've no idea what's being said, and that's for the best, really.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh,
Okay.
did something interesting happen on your end there?
You know that whole delay thing that we were talking about when
Yeah,
we were first testing this?
yeah.
So I have Discord over here on my left screen,
Uh huh.
and obviously we're talking in real time on Discord,
Right.
but the Twitch stream and all of the things that I'm supposed to be moderating are that whole 10-12 second delay.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's nothing I can do about that.
No, I'm
Yeah.
fine. But I'm going to be like a very confused dog because I'm going to be listening to you and giving my reactions, but then looking over at the Twitch stream and watching myself give those reactions.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
It's
um that's all part and parcel, I think.
okay, so I will, you know what? I might just minimize the Homestuck screen and just put the chat big so I don't get distracted by myself like a fucking vain ass bird looking in the mirror being like, "Ooh, who's that?"
Also I should be sharing the I should be sharing Homestuck for you through Discord so you can still see where I am.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
good.
That's what I'm going to follow. It's just I'm no longer going to be like, well, you know what? There's a handy thing that I can do, and it's called switching the screens. So I'ma just put the Twitch chat over here and put the big Homestuck on the main monitor, so I'll actually still have like eye contact with people as we're going through this. There we
um
go. Okay,
so uh
perfect.
so I was originally planning on doing this online, and I think it was maybe after the second time we discussed it, you sent me this unofficial Homestuck collection. Once again, special thanks to Bambosh on Twitter for doing this whole thing. I don't think we would have been able to do this without this collection. And
It would have been a lot harder to like read along with you
mm-hmm.
with trying to because excuse me, I probably would have just like popped up Homestuck on Firefox or something and just followed along with you
Right.
as we're doing this. But now I can actually read with you as we're going through being stuck at home.
You know, I'm thinking back, I probably should have done this last year, but we wouldn't have had this. So
It would have been a lot more interesting doing this last year versus this year.
Oh boy. Take that for every meaning possible. Well, well,
anyway,
let's just get into it because we've got a couple of hours and I want to see how far we can get.
Heck yeah. Let's see what our reading pace is too.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh my god. We're doing this. We're doing this thing.
We are doing this.
Okay. A young man stands in his bedroom. Just so happens that today, the 13th of April, 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given a name, it's only today he will be given... 13 years ago he was given life, it's only today he'll be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? Okay, so there's a lot I don't remember, but there are some things that I do.
Which is just gonna make this all the better.
Yeah, and the first thing is this. So this, oh god. So this was all done interactively through message board.
Yep, in the original iteration of Homestuck, before it got popular, back when it was just MS Paint Adventures, Hussey took basically he would post the opening, and then on the forums you had a thread of, all right, what should happen next, guys? And people would pile in, vote, do whatever, and the most popular answers got put into Homestuck. And so one of the fandom suggested names was Zoosmell Poop Lord.
That sounds like a logistic, like innovative for its time, bringing a live action, an interactive choose your own adventure style, but a logistical nightmare. Also, how's the text? Is the text readable to everyone? Because I can change that.
This is absolutely fine for me.
All right. Oh, John Egbert. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Yeah, especially with text boxes like these. Actually, before I read that, I'm gonna go into the settings. I love this. We can actually change the font size to whatever might be a little bit. Like this was one of the first things I changed, because this is normal, or what the default is. I already had it set to this setting. We can make it get as big as that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Also, if it's not the size, but like the distance between the lines, you can also stretch it out.
Oh, that might be handy later when we start getting into the paragraphs of text that will happen eventually.
Oh boy. All right, I will set it to here because that works well for me, but if that's not if it needs to be bigger for everyone else out there, please let me know.
We actually have a suggestion from the audience of suggestion to turn off pixelated scaling in settings and also enable automatically switching to new tabs when opened.
Let's see. Okay, I turned that off. There we go. All right. Thank you for that.
That
And
was recursive or
ah,
recursive.
it's very recursive there. Thank you for that. Okay. All right. Your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. Well, a number of cakes are scattered about in your around your about your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. I do too. You like to program computers, but you're not very good at it. Good lord. Don't drag me like this. You have a fondness for paranormal lore and are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do? Uh, yeah. This it like I remember a lot of these films. That I mean, I will get into that in just a minute there. Quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, poop lord. Arms, because I mean, what? Why? Why are we? Like, I get the animation style is that there aren't any arms right now, but okay.
Well, I can also answer that one random piece of trivia. Um, Although you might already know it, is Homestuck and MS Paint Adventures were originally based off of point and click adventure
Right.
games, like
Right.
the old Sierra games.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And because this actually gave me the most trouble when I was getting into Homestuck. I I didn't understand the formatting because those were not games that I played growing up. I
Hmm.
I played Sonic and Mario. I played,
Right.
platformers. I played, puzzle games. I didn't play the point and, text-based adventures. So I was, a couple of my old friends were encouraging me to, oh, read this comic. It's so funny. It's so great. It's so wacky. And I couldn't get past maybe the first 10 pages because I didn't understand like why do we have to retrieve the arms? What
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading a comic. Why am I suddenly have to interact with this piece of media in order to read it?
And
I
I
was
find it funny that you say that because like that was some of the first games that I grew up playing. Things like Zork and Hitchhiker and Myst of just I mean to a to more tangentially Myst, but I mean the style of Zork of like these are the kinds of commands that you would actually end up typing in of just like you need to have an action and then an object and then a location usually or go west or something like that. Open the mailbox, there's a letter in there for you. Um that kind of thing. All right. So removing a cake from a magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed.
yeah, and while I I watched my dad play Myst. Speaking of Myst, um, is so I understood like what it was doing, but it still baffled the heck out of me. That I was, you know, the comic was telling me what it was doing, but it was also asking me to retrieve the arms from the chest or whatever. And it was I actually missed Homestuck the first time around because I was just so completely baffled by by
Oh.
this by the way it was set up. Of course, by the time we hit Act 5, I was deep into it and I was getting used to the way the formatting in the comic was going so I
Mhm.
could it was a lot easier, but it was still these first pages are so iconic and in many ways.
So we are on page, what, 5, 6, something like that, and we
Yeah.
already see that there's someone on the other side of the screen, and oh, if we only knew. If we only knew.
If we only knew.
Okay. Quickly retrieve arms from magic chest. Like, typing in quickly was going to make things any easier.
Right.
And so he, and so, wait, let me go back here. He still doesn't have any arms here. As soon as we go to here, he has arms, and he grabs his arms. Great. You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You captcha log them in your Sylladex. You have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in the chest. Okay.
Oh, captcha logs.
One thing I found really interesting with this is that I hope this shows up, because it might not. No, it won't, because I am capturing the program that's doing this, not just my screen. But what you can do with these GIFs, if you click and drag them, the file looks like a captcha log card.
Oh, that's fantastic. I can actually see that.
Oh, it does show up?
It actually does show up. It is a little hot pink.
That's right.
Captcha log.
You can see it. It's not showing up on stream because of just the way that it's. But
because I'm using Discord to watch the stream, not the. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
But it really does look like I just grabbed one of these, and it's got the file right next to it. It's so good. I feel like this is almost a review of the collection.
A review of the program as much as we're rereading Homestuck.
All right. Examine contents of chest. In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms currently captcha logged in your Sylladex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of beagle pus glasses. I didn't know that's what they were actually called. That's unfortunate.
I kind of wanna go look that up now. Like, is that actually what they're called?
Yeah,
because it's just it's been the nose and mustache glasses.
That I think that is that's got to be the original descriptor from like the 1940s or 50s or something like that. Several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery, and 1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney. Some of this stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide to just take the smoke pellets. So this, like, I felt like when I got to this point, this was calling to me so much, because one of the several shows that I watched without actually knowing everything that was going on growing up was Night Court with, Harry Anderson. And God, like, it's just that kind of humor was just so formative. So I don't even know if this is a real book or not, but
we can find out.
Yes.
Also, you are being greeted by the denizens of Miss Finefeather server. Great to see you back, man.
Wow.
As the envoy of Kairos is saying in chat.
I admit I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that all of you are here. So, captcha log smoke pellets. Oh, good. The good old inventory that's going to be a complete hell to deal with. You stow the smoke pellets on one of your capture log cards in your Sylladex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you are starting to get the hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty capture log cards remaining. Equip the fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is a verb copacetic with the abstract behavioral medium in which you dwell, but give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one you just used to capture log the smoke pellets. You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke. That's an interesting word to use to describe that.
I think lousy.
Lousy.
With smoke.
There we go. Thank you for that.
No, my mother was an English teacher for 35 years. I think I absorbed some of it.
Your Syllodex's fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure. You're never all that great with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. Let me tell you, data structures, that's bad enough. When you get to object-oriented programming, fuck. And now I have to do part of that for my job. Anyway. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Sylladex with a little more experience. Oh, right, there's an experience,
Yep,
thing.
we have an experience bar.
Oh, hell. Examine Problem Sleuth poster. Alright. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. I'm guessing... Okay, so I do know Problem Sleuth was the previous comic before this one. We've got a link here. Is this what's going to... Is this going to take us to... It didn't pop it in the program itself, but it did bring up a web browser to get the actual office print from Topatico. Nice. Let's see. There's a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. Read note on drawer. And one of these days, I do need to get more posters. Aw. Happy birthday, son. I am so proud of you. Aw. This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Probably something with a ship on the bottle. Beside the note is a rolled-up poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Here we go. Acquire hammer and nails. They will come in handy. It's just... I saw it, and it just... There's no way that this is not going to go badly.
This will not end well. You are correct, sir.
When you make a statement like they will come in handy, and then you've got your fake hands here, there's just... okay. You first place the hammer into your Sylladex, but now all of your capture log cards are full. Wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. I guess it doesn't hurt to try. Oh dear. And there go the hands. Yep. You capture log 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well. They're probably completely useless anyway, but you probably don't want to do that again unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you now feel like you have gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. Squawk like an imbecile and shit on your desk? This is what happens when you just give an opening like a silver platter to the internet.
Yep, and it is one of the many running gags in
That's
Homestuck.
yeah. It's if there's one thing that I remember about everything that I've read so far is that everything will get reference to everything else, and that
Everything is Homestuck.
yep.
Everything.
This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, 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 and yet the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. No, no. uh, and no, I do. Well, I do have a small portion of a desk back here. It does not beckon me either.
Ah. My cat is currently on the opposite desk, and all you can see are his ears and his whiskers.
Let me know if he starts squawking.
I will absolutely do that. Although we might have we might be serenaded later if Trombone Kid starts playing. Just
Okay.
yeah. So
So
combine the hammer and nails.
hey, it actually worked. You merged the top two cards. The hammer and nails are now capture logged on the same card and can be used together. Use hammer nails on poster. Use the hammer and nails card in conjunction with the card beneath it. Okay. Oh, okay. Sure. We'll just go along with it then. Nail poster to wall. Oh god, little monsters. Wow. Yet another film that I think I watched way too much of. Use the hammer and nails and poster on the blank space on the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. It's like Fred Savage was just in everything back in the day. And
It really was.
oh god, Con Air.
Yes.
I vaguely I'm going to make a confession. Out of all this time, I still have not seen the movie. I need
Neither
to.
have I.
I need to.
I
I just.
I feel like a horrible Homestuck, but I have actually never seen Con Air.
Oh dear. Put the bunny back in the box. I said put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? This is. I'm curious if I need to
click on everything.
All right.
We're gonna do this.
Oh, good lord.
Appears the United States Parole Commission that... Oh, man.
Well, now I can say I've somewhat seen it.
Yup.
Put the bunny back in the box.
I knew you was a punk, and I was right.
Okay.
Got the hair.
Us all along.
Oh.
And that was the style back in the
I
day.
said, put the bunny back in the box.
And that accent is so awful.
So fun thing, I'm not actually... Can anyone else hear the
Should be.
sound on the clip?
It is.
I might not.
It is broadcasting.
Okay, so that's just probably because I have that muted, so I'm not getting a double echo. So,
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Okay. As long as everyone else is enjoying this. That's the...
Oh dear. I had to turn that down just a little bit, but ow. Woof.
Why couldn't you
Going
put
for a
the bunny
PG-13
back in the
rating on
box?
this stream, huh?
Oh, and I have never I've always said that this is over 18, so
Okay, good.
yeah. So hopefully that was like I'm guessing everyone else heard that.
Yeah, and we are now having discussion.
Oh, good. Well, I won't keep that from distracting me. All right. Examine Deep Impact poster. Now, okay. I admit I was more like when they came out, I was more of an Armageddon fan than Deep Impact, but I've come to like both of those equally. Morgan Freeman's genteel homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. God, right? Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything. Because this was...
Homestuck. The
Because,
Obama
yep.
presidency comic.
April 3rd, this was in 2009. Yeah, oh, there it is. April 14th, 2009. So...
Yeah, no.
President Obama was...
Homestuck started.
Yeah. President Obama was... Oh, God, that was just after the inauguration.
It was.
I'm not going there. We're just gonna stay focused. Is we have by the way, this is a good time to say we have channels for discussions that are not of Homestuck and of more of that particular nature on our Discord. There should be a link down below, and there are channels dedicated specifically to Homestuck in there now. Some that I will not be able to see, so have fun and be nice. You've marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you've marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Spurb beta launch. It's been 3 days already. I'm starting to become a sore subject with you. Okay. Little confession. I had to test this with a few other panels just to make sure everything was all lined up and whatnot. And so I remember this, like, apparently this came out before, and this was supposed to be more animated. Yeah, this so it was actually it was on the 10th of April. And it didn't last very long because I think it just took way too much time to animate, because all this is a Flash animation. This one was... Here's another.
From the chat room is Homestuck was originally going to be entirely in Flash, and then the author realized Flash is Flash. And that's about right. Yeah, Flash is Flash.
I mean, it's amazing that this still holds up, that you can still do. It was gonna be very interactive, but fuck.
Yeah, I mean, this would have been a really interesting way of Homestuck. Like, if Flash could have been a little less Flash, it would have been I would have really been interested to see later parts of Homestuck in that particular style, because I think it really would have changed a lot about just Homestuck in general, because this is very much pixel sprite based game style, which works for it, and it's fantastic and amazing. But I've always been curious about like how it could have, like, what different things would have happened if we had actually been able to have a fully Flash Homestuck.
I would think that if we could have, then there would have been a serious problem when Flash became end of life.
Oh yeah, a lot more so than usual.
Oh man, I mean, this particular collection would have been even more needed, more crucial. And
Yeah. Thank you to the folks who have done all of the hard work in archiving Homestuck as it is now.
oh man, I want cake now. You were sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Sylladex with it either. Cake stays put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. I want cake. I want cake now.
I would totally go bake you one, but the whole distance thing.
Yeah, we're still working on that technology.
We are.
Oh god, I love this background. Oh jeez. All right, you pull up to your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. That didn't age well. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper, which you made yourself. You're really proud of it. You know what? You do you. It's more. I can tell you, it's more than what I would be able to do. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You're so bad at programming, sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. What's the thing from Adventure Time? Sucking at something.
Yeah, sucking at something is the first step to being good at it.
Yeah. But apparently, like, I do remember this. Even this is supposed to be a reference. I mean, for one, I love that the time is in 24-hour format, and it is exactly at 4:13 p.m. We have some wonderful file extensions here, like Carrot Cake. That actually is Carrot Cake. And this file, I cannot tell you how long it took me to realize what this file extension actually reads. Because it's... I don't consider this to be a spoiler because I'm explaining what this reads as, but I also don't know how to explain what it references because everything's all mumbled together. But I do know that the tilde, it's tilde ATH. I know it's supposed to be pronounced till death because it's TILDEATH, but I don't remember, and we'll find out eventually.
From the gallery, it is partially a Problem Sleuth reference.
Oh,
and I do know the early acts of Homestuck because Problem Sleuth was Hussey's first project from start to finish, and it also very much benefited, I guess. It ran sort of the same way as the early Homestuck, which is Hussey would post and then gather some like top ideas from the forums before making the next round of updates for Problem Sleuth. And so Problem Sleuth is another very interactive comic. And so to bring kind of the Problem Sleuth crowd into the Homestuck circle, Hussey added in little Easter eggs, Problem Sleuth Easter eggs, for the Problem Sleuth crowd to kind of get them like, oh, okay, this is a new thing. It's cool because you can like get some Problem Sleuth references if you've read the previous comic.
Okay. I totally appreciate that. That it's just like, hey, old readers, I understand. Here's something new, but here's something for you too. And if you don't, if you don't get it,
does it calm down? It's okay.
Pester Chum. Oh man, God, such flashbacks to AOL Instant Messenger.
God, right. I might black out for half a second. What you gonna do? Oh, no, you're gonna be nice. Okay. my cat just walked across
Oh.
my because he's a polite boy, he doesn't walk across my desk when I have things on it, like my microphone or my drinks. He just walks in front of the monitor and completely takes it over. And when he has his tail up, he just kind of, boop across the across the webcam. So if I just kind of disappear for a minute, it's the cat just walking across everything.
It's all
It's no
good.
big deal.
I'm still waiting for one of our cats to show up. They may make an appearance. Let's see. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. Oh God, like the moods and the handles and like that is such like I know mostly it's AIM.
It's AIM. Yeah. And I know that again, back in peak Homestuck days, I actually had Pester Chum as a messenger on
Oh
Android.
wow.
Somebody programmed a Pester Chum text messaging chat for Android. I don't know if they also did it for Apple phones. But Pester Chum did exist as an actual chat program that you could use to set your moods and have names and things.
Oh God. That's so
And
good.
the original servers for that shut down recently, I believe. So yeah, I
Oh.
mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It's but I can actually confirm that somebody did look at Pester Chum, go, that reminds me of AIM. Let me just program something real quick. So, not only does it exist in comic, but it did actually exist in real life for a brief amount of time.
That's so good. I love
My
stuff
handle,
like that.
actually, I made my handle specifically to fit in with the Homestuck naming conventions for their chat handles, for Pesterchum handles.
Yeah, that's something that's going to come up later, I remember very
Yes, it is.
vaguely. And
Oh yeah.
we will most definitely talk about that later.
Yes, I am trying very hard. Let's just keep reading. I need to start I need to start shoving chicken nuggets in my mouth so I shut up and we can actually read.
Oh, good. All right, so how does this look to everyone?
Yes. Let's get opinions on pester logging. How is everybody able to read the pester logs? Do we want to? I would maybe like to see what it looks like with a little bit of line spacing in between each
Alright.
one. That's just for me personally. Everyone else in the chat is responding positively to everything. Yeah, let's try
Alright.
there.
Let's try just a little bit of spacing. And I love that it does it automatically. I don't have to reload the page, it already does that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And all I had to do was just
Somebody
open up
else
another
is
tab.
buffering, but it's just the internet.
Okay.
Now, here's a question for you, Duck.
Mm-hmm.
Since there are two of us, did we each want to take a voice?
I mean, we can. I do know the cast list is going to get very large later. So
that will be no problem.
all right.
I will. I'm not. But I'm just offering. Like, I think it would actually flow a little bit more naturally if two people were having a conversation.
Sure. All right.
Dibs on red.
I knew that. Somehow I knew. Call me. I don't. Okay. Go for it.
All right. Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today?
I got a little Monsters poster. It's so awesome. I'm going to watch it again today. The apple juice scene was so funny.
Oh hell, that is such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It's like fucking Christmas up in here.
Okay, that's fine, but I just have one question and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage?
But the seal on the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory?
All I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts.
Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous.
It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice.
Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet?
No. Did you?
Man, I got 2 copies already. But I don't care, I'm not gonna play it or anything. This game sounds boring. Did you see how it got slammed in Game Bro?
Game Bro is a joke, and we both know it.
Yeah, why didn't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now.
Alright. Oh, but it's all the way over there. You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there beside your driveway is the mailbox. I'm guessing the proper gentleman thing is another Problem Sleuth thing. Is from what I remember, Problem Sleuth is very much 1950s noir kind of gangster thing, and there's some really good music.
I'm also another horrible person. I've never actually read Problem Sleuth. So I only vaguely know it from the friend who got me into Homestuck was previously a Problem Sleuth fan, and so basically everything I know about that I had absorbed from them. And so you're right, it is very, noir gangster style of story.
And I know there's some great music about it, and there's a lot of guns and whatnot. So, all right, here we go. Examine mailbox. That's mailbox. The little red arm swingy dealy thing or whatever it's called is flipped up. Oh my god. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You do not have time for these semantics. The red flippy lever thing means you have new mail. And that means the beta might be here. No, it doesn't. It's the exact opposite of what that means.
I know. I love it so much. Because usually when the arm flippy thing is up, that means you need to want to take the mail, and when the arm flippy thing is down, that's when you have mail.
Now, funny thing, there are some mailboxes, and I'm pretty sure you can get attachments for this, where, like, yes, the red flag is the signal that you have mail to be picked up. But some mailboxes will have a separate, smaller yellow flag attached to them. And that only goes up whenever the mailbox door has been opened. And it's to let you know, especially if you haven't sent anything out that day, it's to let you know that the mail actually has shown up.
Huh. I did not know that.
It used to be, we used to have one before the mailbox got destroyed.
Oh dear. Please say it was destroyed by a tornado and not hooligans.
No, it was hooligans.
Oh. Boo.
Yeah. Oh well. Go outside and check mailbox. You're about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. Oh, great. He is beating you to the mail. Forget it. Check the mail later. If you go downstairs to get it, he'll likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. That's real. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you feel like you're trapped in this room. Stuck, if you will, in a sense which possibly borders on the titular. And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuity. Whatever, the dude can just hold his damn horses. I see there was a cat. There was a cat behind you.
Yeah, yes. There's also a partner. One of my partners is also Um,
Oh, hi.
oh, there you go.
There he goes.
Okay.
All right, examine games on CD rack. Odd, I don't. I wish I still had one of these.
A CD rack?
Yeah, because right now all of those are in bins in the underneath beds and whatnot, and they're just not on display anymore. You've put countless man hours into this assortment of quality titles. Bard Quest. It was probably it was not entirely published from Sierra Games.
Right.
Caper Havers.
Caper Havers.
Oh,
there's
Caper Havers, yeah.
yeah.
There's Problem Sleuth.
Problem Sleuth.
And It Don't Stop.
What pumpkin?
What pumpkin? Oh God, what pumpkin? Okay.
Oh.
The Ghostbusters 2 Morburger. Oh my God. Little Monsters for Nintendo. Wow.
By Konami. That means the Konami code could work on it.
Oh God, that's probably his stand-up. Okay. What's gonna happen if...
That is an assortment of quality titles.
Yeah. Okay, that doesn't do anything. I'm checking to see if these are actual links. There are 3 that are lighting up green. Yep.
Oh. All right. That is the start to Problem Sleuth, I think.
No, that's Jailbreak. That was What Pumpkin Goes to Jailbreak. Huh.
From the chat, the green ones are clickable to the first 3 MS Paint adventures before Homestuck, Jailbreak, Bard Quest, and Problem Sleuth. So
okay,
that's actually pretty cool. So not only like when Hussey was starting Homestuck, that he threw in, because I know he throws in little Easter eggs throughout the entire comic. But this is really cool. Like in the beginning, he linked back to the previous 3 comics so that maybe if you only found one, like Problem Sleuth, you could see, oh, there are a couple of others that he did too on top of this new one.
Now, there is one thing I do want to show, and this is something else that I tested before. Not this in particular, but so whenever we click on Problem Sleuth, music starts playing.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. Oh, and it just takes you to the first panel. Now, here's something else that this unofficial collection does. Wow, that's really loud. You see this here. Let me do that so it'll stop playing. There are links to music. If you click on them, it takes you to a page that looks very, very similar to Bandcamp.
Oh, that's awesome!
And it does give you links on where to listen to.
And
tells you where you can find these. I'm sorry.
No. I'm reading. I'm starting on the right-hand side and looking down. Like there's links to the official music wiki and the official Bandcamp page, which makes me excited just because I have a lot of. I don't want to say I have got all of them, but I have a good majority of all of the different albums that Homestuck produced during the run of the comic. Because for me, one of my favorite parts about Homestuck is the music that came from the comic and all of the artists that got to contribute to the soundtracks. That some of the songs that are really iconic to Homestuck being Homestuck.
Yeah, I started listening to the first few albums just to because I remember some of it, and then I just wanted to see oh, okay, yes, I remember this track. Oh, I love this one. I can't stand that one. We will get to that later.
Yes.
I do admit that I am a little concerned that with the amount of music that we have showing up here,
Oh, yeah, the whole Twitch and being picky about what plays on when.
yeah. So we will try to do that or we will try to or at least try to commentate over that as much as possible. So we will just keep that in
so
mind.
hopefully we don't get pinged and we don't accidentally get like a 3-day ban or something.
Well, a lot of times they'll just mute it, which it's fine. It just means that the VODs later on, which those will be up 24 hours later, those will just have some silent parts, which sucks.
Oh, well, we actually have a comment from the chat. A lot of people have streamed Homestuck without Twitch having problems with the music, so we might actually be in the clear.
Cool.
Clear for that. So maybe we'll just continue on with we're going to do it until somebody tells us to stop.
Yeah, that helps. Read Colonel Sassacre's daunting text. I'm pretty sure that I have chemistry books that are this thick. You decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to captcha log it. You're not sure you're ready to log jam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. And instead we captcha log the fake arms? Okay. Now what's gonna happen? What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally captcha log the arms again. So, why doesn't he just get rid of them? Why?
Because this is John.
This is John.
Because this is John, that's why.
As we say to the cats, you're cute. You're not that bright.
Yeah, at least he's cute.
Set Pester Chum status to bully? Oh dear. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the Pester Chum client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh right, you forgot your chum is still pestering you. Oh good. Yay!
Okay. Quick, we also have another thing from the box. Apparently there is an entire Homestuck category on Twitch. We are you're in just chatting, there's actually a Homestuck category. So I believe you being in charge of everything might need to we'll have control over switching that. I don't know if that's something can be done now or later, but just in order to properly categorize us. We actually have a Homestuck channel.
Huh. All right. Let's see if that will switch it. It's updated. Cool.
Sweet. Now we really won't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time. I just start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I can blame her or anything.
Yes, it is understandable because you are really attractive. I am attracted to you.
Thank you.
JK. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail, and I guess I have to go get it from him and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. So frustrating.
What's your modus?
What?
How do you retrieve artifacts from it?
Oh, one at a time, I guess? And if I put too much in, something falls out?
Stack?
Well, what is yours?
Hash map. My bro taught me a few tricks, and he basically knows everything, and it's awesome.
What the hell is that?
You should probably brush up on your data structures.
I guess.
Did you at least allocate your strife specibus?
No?
It could free up a card for you, plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle, which is never. What have you got?
Well, I've got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms.
Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate specibus.
How?
I don't know, just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works.
Combine fake arms with cake? Oh my god. You stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sassacre would know the precise index of elevated hilarity. I mean, why do I just feel like they need to be rotated, hold one candle, and then you blow that out? That's what I would end up doing.
Yeah.
Allocate hammer to strife specibus. Oh, good lord.
Going through that strife specibus is one of the best things ever. There are so many different weapon kinds that it's fantastic. I don't know if you can zoom in or anything.
I don't think so. But pizza cutter? I mean, bat. That makes sense. Roll pin? I'm guessing rolling pin. Plunger, yo-yo, scissor, pepper spray, chainsaw. All right, some of these make sense. Okay, sort of. A fork, a cane, a curling iron.
Oh, Control Plus apparently zooms in.
Will that work with this application? Hey!
Hey!
There we go.
There we go. Now everybody can.
Oh my goodness. Well, I can't really do much about that going over there. Well, let's see. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Spider bars.
Nail gun. A fire extinguisher. A bowling pin. Oh, good lord. I'm not going to read all of these, but puppet?
Yup. Fancy Santa. Ice skate kind.
Oh, umbrella. No, that's the one I want. Umbrella.
so your strife specibus is umbrella kind?
Actually, I don't know what I would pick. Woodwind. Wow. Candlestick. How?
Spatula kind.
Oh,
Spoon kind.
Screwdriver.
Stun gun kind.
So that's funny that it specifies a difference between pistol and stun gun. Amazing.
Yes.
Ball, rake, plank, glove. I hope the Infinity Gauntlet doesn't fall into that. Anyway.
Right. So what does John pick? Hammer
kind. Okay. Let's go back to... I think that's normal. All right. You check the back of your strife specibus for the kind abstratus you have in mind for it. Oh boy, I forgot about the linguistics in this. Your strife specibus has been allocated with the hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your capture log deck to your strife deck. Okay. That's... Sure. Right. Moving right along. Okay, I did it.
Hammer kind?
Yeah.
Okay, that will be the permanent allocation for your specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that. Hope you like hammers, dude.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant. Right. Okay. Oh, good. Now we do get to capture log the book. All right. now that you've got some space in your Sylladex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Because that's going to be a great idea.
Because that's the thing that all people do as soon as they immediately empty their inventory and fill it right back up.
Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the cards present some convenience.
I really would have killed to have a captcha log Sylladex back in the day when, back in like high school and college when you had to carry around textbooks that were like twice that size.
Oh my god. Because like it was it was during the time when like whenever we would get to high school, we would have to immediately, like, didn't matter when, you had to immediately go to your locker, put your backpack away, and then you had to take your books like however many you had with you, and you could not use your backpack in school. So
we
yeah,
were still allowed to use backpacks, but it was you grabbed like your first 4 periods worth of books, and then after lunch you had to do the Indiana Jones change of, all right, those are my morning books, these are my afternoon books, and had to go back and flip flop.
we were on the block schedule, so we only had 4 classes.
Oh, okay.
But half the time it was, okay, your math wing and your English wing are on 2 opposite sides of the building, and you only have 5 minutes to dodge another 1,200 people to get to, because everyone else is doing the exact same thing. And that's a small school for me. I know yours was probably bigger.
Well, mine was a culture shock because I went from living in the backwoods of Alabama to having a graduating class, which if I had stayed at that school, I think my graduating class would have been 63 people total. But then when we moved up to Huntsville, my graduating class went from 63 to 463. And I think we capped out at around, I think it was like 1,800 when I was going, and it was over 2,000 by the time I graduated.
Oof.
So I had a slightly larger herd of cattle to move through to get from point A to point B.
Mm-hmm. Woof. I did not realize this. We've hit the 1 hour mark. Do we want to take a break, or do we want to just go right through?
I've been sipping on my drink for the past hour, so I'm definitely going to. I'm gonna go take a quick break.
All right.
So, it's like what, 10 minutes?
Let's see.
5.
I usually do about 5 or so. Just however,
Okay.
so
2:15.
since
What would that be for you? 4:15.
yeah, let's see. I've got 4:08 right now, so
4:08. So yeah. Okay.
So come back at 4:13. Really?
Yep. Bye.
So yes, we're going to take a quick break. This is your chance to take a break, to stand up, stretch, take your meds if you need to, hydrate, and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, and we're back.
Yeah.
And yes, it's still 4:13. Fantastic. That was perfect. I love it.
Unintentional, but perfect.
Let's see. Okay, we're gonna examine Game Bro. Oh boy. This I do remember. Game Bro. Wait a minute. Let me double check here quick before I continue. Is that okay? Good. The everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. Good. I was afraid that like something might have gotten changed or something by switching scenes, but it's all good.
Yay.
All right. Game Bros, Spurb. Why the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff I like that's better? Wow.
I mean, truth in advertising, like...
I mean, and I find that happens a lot with a lot of games that have been called Game of the Year. Also, let's just... there is a severe problem with game development and mandatory overtime and all that bullshit. Okay, shall I go ahead and read this whole thing?
Yeah,
All
why
right.
not? Let's go. It's text on screen.
So, okay. Spurb is this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped of. And this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah, man, I'll write something. But I don't know. I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise? That's fine. I'm sure that's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some brosifs. But all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? While you're playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out? And I quote, the mad stunts all wicked up ends. Know what I'm saying, bro, yo ma? I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it 1.5 hats out of 5 hats to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to shoot a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We were gonna chill in front of the Dark Knight, and he was so psyched of it, y'all. So this one time he was leaning against the screen door and the shit popped open and the back deck was wet and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. Wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess a thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt of a huge useless tool against wet grass. Never did watch Dark Knight on account of Ron trucking his ball and candy ass girth to the hospital. But it's cruel. I still got another watch in me, brother Wanda. Brotel Rwanda. Oh my god. Bro notes, Dennis was so wasted. I mean, damn. Oh my god. Why are we captchalogging Game Bro? That's okay. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily.
I mean, Firestarter is very important.
Sure, yeah. Captchalog Magician's Hat. You expend your final card on the Magician's Hat. Uh-oh. Get funny glasses too. Well, there go those smoke capsules. You don't have a free card in your Sylladex. However, you are able to merge the Beagle Pus with the Magician's Hat to create a clever disguise. What's this gonna do? Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Wear disguised a fool dad? Oh, dear. What? John? Who is this John you speak of? You're quite certain there's never been nor ever will be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. While you are wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. Okay. Sort of, I guess it's just like equipping as opposed to just having in an inventory. Yeah. Oh, good. We finally got... What the fuck is that?
Which one?
Yes. You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fellow who sure knows how to have a laugh. A man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who adventures such brazen assumption. I hate these things. I really do. And I know that's a problem later on, but I'm just stating it here now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's doing a great job of being what it is, but...
It is doing the best job.
That's so
I
loud.
love knowing things.
It's so loud it makes my ears hurt. That's how bad that is.
I love that description. By the way, a picture is so loud it makes your ears hurt.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I will now be adding that to my personal lexicon.
Fantastic. All right, go downstairs. What did MC Escher design this house? What the fuck?
It's a Sims house.
Right. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch nemesis Betty Crocker, and the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. Okay. First of all, that's...
They're harlequins.
Yeah.
Not clowns.
Yeah, oh boy. And that fireplace looks really inviting right now. And
Right.
Okay. We have to click on the link. We have to click on everything.
Yep, click on everything.
Oh.
It's gonna so earlier chat I forgot to translate this for you, but anytime you see the little square box with an arrow out, that means it's going to go to a browser.
Right.
And then any link that has like the little square image like we saw a couple of panels ago opens up into an image. So
like
you'll...
Where is it?
More.
Where did it go? There it is. Okay, yeah, so that just shows the image. All right.
Yeah. So that's when we'll kind of be able to know like it's going to send us to a website or when it's going to, open up a silly picture or something.
So that just takes us to the Wikipedia page for Betty Crocker.
God bless.
Nice. Admire Harlequins. I don't see how you can admire Harlequins, but that's just me. If that is your thing, then all for it, but I have a hard time admiring them. You check out the shelves of fanciful Harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad sure can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night, you pray for burglars. I mean, sure. However, they're not in their original packaging. Therefore, they're worthless.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes the little collector's figurines will go for, exorbitant amounts of prices just because they're the figurines themselves, and packaging is less important, I guess, for like some of the I'm thinking of like the little porcelain figures or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, I don't give a damn if my Howard the Duck Funko Pop loses value. I'm enjoying him out of the box, right up here where everything else is behind me, and to me, that's the value that I get out of it. And I will say, I want a curio cabinet like this.
Right.
I will never put a Harlequin in there.
Yeah, I'd like a display cabinet or two for my Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
For my Pokemon stuff, I would love to have a display cabinet for all of the figurines that I've collected from them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got a lot of D&D miniatures, and
yeah,
I will probably get to put one rubber ducky up there. All right.
Well, that just means rubber duckies go everywhere else.
Yeah. Insert the video of James Veitch putting the rubber duckies in the bathroom here. Examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire, because that's what fireplace is for. Fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it. Categorically. at all times without exception. As domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an errant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You're almost certain Mark Twain said that.
All right, now this is where I go turn around and search, and I was like, is that an actual quote?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that it is. I don't know if it's attributed to Mark Twain, though.
William Shakespeare.
Hey! Oh, right. Right. That's another thing. If I'm remembering correctly, quotes between those two are going to get flip-flopped in certain places.
I believe so.
Yeah. Toss Game Bro into fire. Yes, let's do that. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Ah, well. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. For big ups to Mother Earth, yo. Oof.
40% recycled asbestos.
Ah. Oh, that was tasty. Ugh. Fondly regard cremation. Oh, dear. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacre's. He never wants to talk about it.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, Nana.
We saw how we saw the abridged capsule.
Oh God, that is the abridged version. Oh, shit. Topple urn. No, don't topple the urn. Don't do that to Nana. Clumsily mishandled the sacred urn. Ash is everywhere. Retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, its outcome was a virtual certainty. Probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. So, I don't know if I put this in the original live blog, but I'm putting it here anyway. This instantly reminds me of, there was an interview of Monty Python in Aspen many years ago. And when the remaining 5 of the 6 were on stage, they had someone bring out an urn with ashes and a picture of Graham Chapman to put in front of it. And he just sat there. And about 20 or so minutes in, because it's a virtual certainty, I think it was Michael Palin accidentally kicked over the urn, and it spilled everywhere. And everyone got up and started trying to clean it up. Like someone grabbed a broom and tried sweeping it back into the urn. Another one tried to sweep it underneath the rug that it fell onto. Someone grabbed a dustpan and scooped it up into it and then scooped it out into the audience. Someone dressed up as a butler showed up off stage. It came on from off stage with a dustbuster and started vacuuming it. And John Cleese looks at it, licks his finger, dabs the ashes, and eats it.
I mean, he is English. They did have a history of kind of doing that with the mummies and all. So
I think it was to me, I think at some point Graham Chapman told him to eat me, and he finally did.
Oh, bless.
Combine father's pipe with clever disguise. Oh, yeah, so the ensemble is now complete.
Yes.
You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. Yeah, I mean, now it's
No.
definitely Groucho Marx time at this point.
Yeah.
So I think he had a cigar, but anyway.
Yeah, I think it was Groucho's thing with Scar.
Examine oversized gift. Champ, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Okay. Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. Yeah, I mean, let's see.
The box is as big as a 13-year-old child.
Is it a miniature disappearing booth? No. I do remember this. There's only one thing this could be. A goddamn Harlequin. Oh, hell no. That is how you're supposed to say that. Like there's an A that is not printed in there.
It's silent.
Captcha log ashes. First, you prop the Harlequin doll up on the couch. Having it in the middle of the floor, sprawled out all akimbo-like, that struck you as unseemly. You captcha log the ashes to your available card. Combine ashes with urn. Oh no. Here go. We're waiting. It's like it's one of those. What is it? It's Chekhov's.
Waiting for the other.
It's Chekhov's smoke pellets. That's what this is. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Oh, hey, most of the ash is back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidier if you just used a broom and dustpan.
Hey, we just talked about that.
Put urn back. No one will be the wiser, except maybe for people with eyes. Go get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. Pry them out of the cake and captcha log them. Looks like Pesterchum is acting up again. Examine third and fourth walls of room. Please tell me that they're actually walls.
Yes.
Oh, good. See, there's the Armageddon poster. Face off. Oh,
Yep.
God, that was good. Contact. Failure to launch and a time to kill. All right. Oh, Ghost Dad. Oh my God. I didn't know. I think I vaguely remember Ghost Dad. Did not see a time to kill or failure to launch because I'm not keen on those really. Another one of your chums is messaging you. Oh, good. Tentacle therapist? Oh no. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
also
no.
dibs.
Yep, go for it.
I actually did have something in my throat, so I was just dramatic.
That's fair.
I was being way too dramatic about that. I understand you have recently come into possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year as featured in the respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine.
That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar. And you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to go get it from him, so BRB.
John.
What?
You're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You're typing to me right now while we're wearing something ridiculous.
No, why would you even think that? That's so stupid.
Okay, why don't you go get the game from your father?
Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha!
I know, John.
So, the whole I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks. That's definitely going to come back at some point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
Do you remember who is?
um
Have we gotten that far yet?
I don't. I'm just going to say no because I might guess correctly, and I don't want things to I don't want to have that spoiled. But
very fair. I'm not going to do that too. This just makes me all the more gleeful for going through this with you. Thank you so much for letting me come with you on this journey.
So the other thing, the whole part about knowing, like, you're wearing one of your disguises now. One, that's brilliant comedy, but we've already seen that a cursor has moved things for John before.
Mm-hmm.
There is a non-zero chance that this person actually knows.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Let's go back downstairs.
We live here now.
Yep, we live here. Get comfy.
You can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. Oh my god. Are we really? We're really doing this, aren't we? You don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. No, it doesn't. It just... Well, it kind of does, considering the hands are pointed the opposite direction.
Yeah, and he's kind of T-posing.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that's a thing with the kids these days.
I guess. That... I can't stand it. I just can't stand it. Inspect burnt paper on the floor. Oh my god.
I forgot about the problem.
Oh, that's beautiful. You put this back in the fire where it belongs. Throw present wrap in fire. As long as you're cleaning up. I mean, sure.
Yeah, let's...
Captcha log the doll. You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. No, we really don't.
We really don't want that.
Read Colonel Sassacre's text. Oh my. The creepy crawlies. Oh dear. Okay. Hell's bells, we are having a mighty sporting time of it. Hold fast, my intrepid fellow pranksmiths. We've merely nicked the mahogany of our japing chests. If I may direct the incisive ogle of your beagle puss to the wriggling regency of rubber bugs, plastic parasites, squirming serpents, pliable pests, and every such order and phyla of creepy crawly? Land sakes alive, we are cooking with petrol now. In further exhibits, we shall dwell on artifice useful to your exploits. Oh my god, this is difficult. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, you are amazing for actually being able to read that in a coherent sentence. Like, that's your theater showing right there.
Oh boy. Is your pappy's rod and reel handy? What about a bit of iron cord? It shouldn't prove elusive. Bring these writhing rascals to life and set the nerves of some old maid to the wreck of Hesperus? Hesperus. Okay. Do you have a bothersome aunt who never seems troubled to find ways with your sunny afternoons? A broad, splintery fence? A bucket of whitewash, perhaps? By the way, that actually looks like a depiction of Mark Twain. And we're now referencing Tom Sawyer.
Yep.
By...
Yep, that is...
Oh, God. By gum, you'll fix her wagon. And one of that tawny gent who puts his lackadaisical lean near the... that sarsaparilla font? You'll have that listless octoroon find the spring in his step just yet. Okay. Can we please not with the triple word score words in Scrabble, please?
Yeah, someone just took a thesaurus and just dumped it right all over that page.
How much do you want to bet that this is actually written somewhere? At like, oh hey, I just want to look at an advertisement from like the 1930s or whatnot. Here, let's.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there are. You could probably go look up like old 1920s and 30s like magazine, and that would probably be a really close depiction of the way it's written.
You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. Yeah, it's almost like you need an index or a table of contents for this, but no. Find Dad and retrieve mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where will you go?
The index to the Colonel Sassacres is only in the unabridged version. That's why it's the index.
Okay, so the abridged text takes out the table of contents and all of the footnotes.
Yes.
And any appendices that are in the back, and
absolutely all of them just gone. It's only the text.
All right, what's in the study? Oh my god.
Oh yes, more Harlequins.
So I'm guessing that's just a picture of Cirque du Soleil or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't look like he's in here right now. Examine Father's desk. Well, we already see that there's another card. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray captcha log card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Oh, Dad. You won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. You know what also is a terrible affliction to cope with? Paper snakes and springs and it's like everyone falls for that once. And hopefully that's it. You swap... Oh, good. We're upgrading now. Alright. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. Okay. Sure, why not? Combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy. Yeah. I mean, I'm picturing 1950s Leave It to Beaver kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, no, that is 1000% the vibe that Dad gives up.
Examine captcha log card. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your Scylla. Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
Well,
John is bad at programming.
You are so bad at this. Oh, God. Oh, hey, we've got our first sound.
We've got our first sound. Yay.
Oh, I love this one. Pages including sound will be preceded by S. Yeah. So, and I'll just go ahead and click on this while this is playing in the background here. Good Lord, there are a lot of other, okay, so there's another page, and there are a bunch of other tracks. So, I do know, let's, alright, good, now my levels are fine. So, I do know this is the first track to the first volume. And like when I got this, I was like, oh no, this is okay. I can get on board with this. If you can lure me in with a good soundtrack, I'm all for it. And you are always going to hear me complain a little bit about the soundtrack to Assassin's Creed 2 for the exact same reason. You were in the Renaissance. Why did you not have recordings of choirs doing Renaissance music? Why? It's just anyway, moving right along.
That's fair though. That's fair.
Close that there. All right, play 52 pickup. Oh god. Another thing that you only fall for once. You play the prankster's favorite card game even though you were alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid. I mean, look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there sure is getting a kick out of it. You're allergic to their scorn. It bothers me a little bit that Heath Ledger's Joker is right there. That's...
Yeah.
I mean, that... in my opinion, the scariest one.
I actually never got around to seeing that movie. I missed that. I knew I was following it leading up to it, but then when things happened the way they did, I never got around to watching the movie after the fact because it felt weird.
Yeah.
Having
fair.
it be so recent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I took it the opposite way. I felt like that because of what happened, I should, as a tribute, as like I need to understand this and appreciate what would
what went into. That's fair. That actually might have to go back and dig that up now, just so that I can I can watch to see what because he gave an amazing. I've heard that it's an amazing.
It really is. Like, while I will say that he is not better or worse than Jack Nicholson's Joker, is different because it's a different portrayal. It's a different story altogether. Still definitely one of the scariest. And honestly, the whole Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy is... I don't watch it for Christian Bale. I watch it for everybody else that's in it.
That's fair, though. That's fair.
I mean, because you've got Liam Neeson, you've got Anne Hathaway, you've got Tom Hardy, and
yeah, you've got an amazing cast list.
Yeah,
just besides Christian Bale, like all of the other actors and actresses in there.
And Michael Caine. Oh, Michael Caine. All right. Okay. Enough deviation. We don't have that much time.
Yes. Back on track.
Attempt to leave
the house.
Oh, okay. What have we got? Aw, nice portraits there. And what that is an actual advertisement.
The actual commercial.
You go back to the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Television is currently airing a commercial. Yeah. Exhaust all possibilities. That's a great way to put that. You exit the house. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You've already been scooped by your father. And then... the streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed, or say, a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one Desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. It's your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen Riddler, one to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His core schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It's a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection. With even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well, it is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passions and increases great ones. Its wind extinguishes candles and fans a fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you're certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. I have a feeling it's going to be a long day. I don't know if Walt Whitman said that.
I'm about to find out.
Yeah. Okay, so I remember the animation. I do not remember the track. Oh, it's unreleased tracks. That's why. Okay. Because there are some...
That is...
Oh, go ahead.
The person who quoted that, or who the quote is attributed to, has a very long French name, which I will try not to butcher, but I am both American and Southern, so apologies. But it's Francois de la Rochefoucauld?
That sounds like Roquefort.
Oh, see, there you go. I forget French adds letters and it just doesn't pronounce half of them.
You could have one syllable spelled out with 8 letters.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, it's Francois is the quote. That actually comes from, not Walt Whitman.
That's interesting. Okay. Leave a surprise for the mailman. No. I mean, the only thing that you should ever leave for the mailman or the letter carriers.
Mail person?
Yeah, I mean it's mail person. I was gonna go with letter carriers, but they carry more than that. Is honestly bottles of water, especially in the summertime, because they don't have air conditioning in their cars.
Yep.
Leave a surprise from the old man. No. No. See if your father left the mail in the car. Oh, by the way, we've got to go back because this whole thing.
Yep.
There's stuff that is, yeah. So desolation is capitalized. There was something else.
Absence.
Yeah, absence.
Absence. His riddle is absence.
Yeah, there it is. Those bother me. They bother me because you don't capitalize something like that if it's not important. And it Oh, look, another Harlequin.
Dad's car.
The door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There's also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. Oh, boy. Spy in the kitchen? Ah! You try to get a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. Seems your dad has been doing so much baking the glass is steamed up. God, he's so weird. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there. Included among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the Spurb logo. Could it be? Fortunately, the window is locked. All right. I'm ready to just power through this. I don't know, like we'll find out what page we're on towards the end here.
I think actually down at the bottom,
oh yeah, there it is. Page
yeah.
87. Cool. Go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You're going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic. Oh no.
The first flash.
Okay. So, this one is fine. It's fine, really. It's fine. There's another version that I remember, and I really wish I didn't remember it. When we get there, I will explain in exacting detail why.
In great detail.
But I do love the chip tune. It brings me back to Nintendo and Game Boy and all that.
Yeah. Now, before. Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, no, okay.
No. Well, I was just gonna bring up. We've got 5 minutes left until until we hit our 2-hour mark.
Mm-hmm.
And did we because this is kind of like, it's not a great stopping point, but we've also we just passed the Homestuck title screen too. We are now officially into Homestuck territory.
Ah, right, right.
So because we're at the S. John Enter cinematic, I didn't know if we wanted to maybe stop here and then we open again with watching the cinematic and then moving on to
I like
our
that.
next.
I like that. No, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Well, then I was just like, then that gives our viewers something to, like, if they want to catch up right as we start. We've got a little bit of, we've got the S. John Enter to watch again to, like, let people kind of finish filling in.
Mm-hmm.
And then also just gives us something to watch so we can kind of remember, okay, where were we at? What are we doing?
Yeah, that works for me. I was a little curious and decided to go back to my my original read through. So let's see. So I started this in March of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Okay, so I did not I jumped around a bit. I did do the Monty Python thing. Wow, I really did. Okay. I did jump around a little bit. I wasn't doing every single panel back then, but
Okay.
But we did end up going through quite a bit of what I first covered. So I'm really happy with the progress that we've made so far.
Yay.
Close to 100. I know some weeks there'll be more, some weeks there'll be less. I do remember there's one bit where it's not an animation as much as it's more interactive. I know there's at least one point of those, and that might take up a good portion of a stream.
That. So, as non-spoilery as I can make this, later on, especially as we get into acts like 5 and 6 and 7, there will be actual, like, games that we play. So this will actually be also a little bit of a like, live stream gameplay Twitch later on.
Oh, good.
We will not just be reading, we will also be playing. So you are correct in that there are going to be some more interactive things, and that will, our time will obviously vary on what we do then, but we'll be doing a lot of reading. But then, yes, later on there will be some games to play. There will be there will be more S movies to watch. And and mostly Act 5. Act 5 is the big one. I'm actually going to be blasphemous, and so I was mentioning earlier that I had a really hard time getting into Homestuck. the way my friend actually got me into it is they was like, you know what, you're having a hard time, go directly to Act 5. Do not pass go, do not collect $200.
Mhm.
And so I actually started at Act 5, and yes, there are the screams from the chat room. Yes, yes, scream. I know, I'm a horrible Homestuck. And so when we get to Act 5, I will actually point out the exact S flash animation that made me go, okay, obviously something is happening here that I don't have context for. I need to go back and reread from the beginning
Mhm.
in order to understand this. And that is where, so then I went back, started, and then I read from Act 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I caught back up to where I was at, and then I kept going. Um, but yeah, so while there are no wrong ways to read Homestuck, I know one of them, especially if someone is having problems like understand, because by the point I was like into Act 5, I was understanding how the Pester log drop down worked. I was understanding a lot of the, get arms from magic chest
Mhm.
commands, and I knew that they were a little more, they were less serious. And so rereading Homestuck out of order is a completely acceptable way to get into Homestuck. But also just starting at the beginning is really great too, because you have all of these little Easter eggs from Problem Sleuth and other um, comics to kind of get you into it.
That's it's very helpful to know that, like, there is more than one way to actually to find yourself reading Homestuck. I'm really glad that we're getting to do this. I'm very very
Yeah,
happy.
no, I am so hype. I am so happy that I'm getting actually, like, because I know you had asked me when you were first getting into Homestuck, and I actually still have the email draft of various Homestuck links that I want to send you. I'm gonna actually have to go double check to see how many of those are dead now,
Yeah.
but um, but I also knew I didn't want to spoil you, so I was waiting until you had gotten to a certain point in the comic before I started sending you just various links to, I don't even know what I have anymore. I just remember it's sitting in my drafts that, it's all the Homestuck stuff that I wanted to send you when you first got into it. So now that I'm actually here and being able to like sit and read along with you, that I'm so happy I could talk you into doing
Oh
this.
yeah, and I'm very happy that you're here, because this is it. I feel like this is something that needs to be enjoyed with more people, especially someone who has gone through it all, and can kind of steer me on the right path. Because I have had some issues in not knowing what I was talking about, and while hilarious, it has been kind of embarrassing. So
Yeah, and also some of the things that come up that, if you were just reading this by yourself, obviously you would have to be in chat, and then, that's where the problems where people were spoiling you, and I know how to filter things, so I can tell you that, yes, yes, just keep going. That question of yours will be answered in the next 10 panels.
So it's a little bit after 5, and we're gonna call it a day.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone who's been out there watching with us. Um, let's see. I've got let me go to my dashboard here and not look at the chat at all. Um,
You can
uh,
actually look at the chat. Nothing's been I don't think we've had anything happen that you shouldn't. You should
uh,
be just fine to wander in.
um, want to give thanks to Cat Fairy for the follow, and special thanks to Malefa for subscribing for 11 months. Holy shit. um I really
Kaluri
appreciate
understands
that.
how
I
much of
very
a ride
much
to be.
I very much appreciate that. And so I'm going to we're going to take a well we're going to finish up for now. I'm back on in a couple of hours. Gonna be playing some more BioShock. We're trying to get to the end of that before Mass Effect Legendary Edition comes out. And
Cool. Good luck with that.
yeah,
I get to go pick up my car from the auto shop, and then I'm going to be going and another friend of mine.
Oh.
So I will also be back, but I won't be streaming that. It'll just be a probably a private call. But
so where can people find you?
well, they can go to the Discord, the
Hey.
Duck Pond Discord, and do the whole linky in the thing below.
Oh,
And
actually,
I can definitely be found on. I can be found at the Duck Pond, and then I do art. I am an artist. I don't. I have various links up. In fact, I might drop my link tree somewhere in the general chat in the Duck Pond. After we're done with all this and we're shut down, just so people can like look at my other art, because I'm on like
Oh,
Instagram, Twitter, that sort of stuff. Yes.
we have a creative
yes.
channel that is specifically for those who do any kind of creative activities, including art. So that would
Well,
be
perfect. I might spam the Homestuck art in the Homestuck channel though.
there. You go.
But all the other art that I do will be I will make sure to post in the creative channel. But yeah, I'll drop my links in the Discord below, and maybe hopefully probably well, we're meeting again next week, right?
Yes, we will be back this at 3 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Pacific, again to continue where we left off in Homestuck. To give you, let's see, I've already said I'm going to be streaming again in 2 hours for more BioShock. I am also, I think I'm going to have to do it. I also have a stream on Tuesday evenings. I'm starting Chrono Trigger.
Oh.
Yep.
Nice.
It's been about 10 years since I've played it, and it's time to get back into it. So
Heck yeah.
So if you'd like, stick around, and but if not, I will. We both will see you next week.
Yep, we will be back next week.
Bye, everyone.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much.